We're back. Yes, it was playing, brother. What's going on? We are back. What's going on?
Oh, bugger all, mate. Happy to be back in the
And
war.
due to high demand, we got Jared, Jimmy Fossil Day back. How you been, brother?
Good, mate. Good yourself. How are we all?
they can't hear you. They'll hear it back tomorrow.
All right,
So message in, how are you? And I'll forward it on to you.
I'll get back to everything.
What have you been up to? How's your past 3 weeks been?
Oh,
since we had you back on.
Flat out like a lizard drinking, you know.
Drinking what?
Oh, water.
Well, water, of course.
Nah, heaps of beer, of course. So let's not get silly. Nah, just been working and chilling, mate. Nothing to report home on, I don't think.
All right. Just firstly, I just want to say you are looking fresh.
Thanks, mate. Yeah. Whew.
And you know, that's because we are dressed by Bogan Apparel today.
Yeah.
Are you liking the threads?
Loving the nice and slick cotton. Liking the hat.
You got the hat on? That hat does suit you. They are a new Aussie brand based out of Queensland. They are doing good things, and 5% of all profits go into the Australian Koala Foundation.
That's going to help a lot of fucking koalas, mate.
In a world where companies and brands just take, isn't it good that sometimes someone just gives a little bit?
Oh, give it back. Give it back to these eucalyptus, stoner, fluffy, cute
Who's
animals.
your favourite koala?
Oh, Caramello, I think, undoubtedly.
Yeah, I'll go Blinky Bill.
Oh, good koala.
Who do you reckon would win a fight, a Blinky Bill and Caramello koala?
I think Blinky takes a cake. He's got heavy hands, man.
Yeah, of course. and another good koala, the drop bear.
Oh, drop bear, he's up there.
Just telling Americans that if you come here, watch out for the drop bear.
I'm coming for you. Never had the luxury of meeting him myself.
Nah?
No, not yet.
It's funny how he only gets tourists, isn't it?
Yeah.
What have you been up to this week?
Nah, bugger all,
Nothing?
mate. Working hard, laxing hard.
Drinking hard.
Drinking hard, yeah.
Because I did something this week.
What did you get up to, mate?
Because
I'm a bit worried.
I'm a good boyfriend.
I know this.
Yeah, you know this yourself.
We're exes.
I took the girlfriend Gabby to the movies, right?
Ooh, yeah, nice.
And we went and saw Fast X, also known as Fast 10.
Yeah, interesting choice.
The 10th installment of the Fast and Furious franchise.
Wow, yep. Can't believe they're still going.
I can't believe they're still going. Either. What the hell?
How was it, Todd?
It was fucking horrible. Why are they still making this shit?
Well,
how many Fast and Furious have you seen?
I feel like I've confidently at least seen the first 4.
Yeah.
And then it was pre Paul Walker we're talking.
Yeah, during Paul Walker.
Pre-death. Pre-death of Paul Walker. Yeah.
So this is when they probably should have wrapped it up. Do you reckon they should have wrapped it up when he died? This was at the 7 mark.
I think they should have wrapped it up 3 before he died.
Now, I didn't mind like the street racing stuff in the early ones.
Yeah.
I didn't mind the pulling the vault down the city with the 2 cars.
You can get around that. That's all right.
But I just can't decide what's more unbelievable. Ludacris driving in space. Did you see this one? In the last one. So this is in the last one.
We're talking Ludacris.
You know Luda.
Yeah.
Luda. He's in a car and he was driving in space.
Right.
So I don't know what's
Did he
more...
ask Elon about that?
No, I didn't get permission.
No, okay. Yeah.
So I don't know what's more unbelievable, that or the fact that now Dom's brother is John Cena.
They just happened to leave that out.
Yeah, It took
9 before it.
It took 9 movies to bring it up.
How does John Cena fit in?
He doesn't.
What does he do? What's his role? What
is his? In the 9th one, I think it was his evil brother. It's like a Simpsons episode with Bart and the brother upstairs.
Yeah.
He's the evil brother, and then in the 10th one, or the end of that one, they're best mates again.
Yeah, right. They've made up.
They're on the same side, and now they're going up against Aquaman, Jason Momoa.
So you're telling me they're trying to put a bit of superhero Marvel bit of sauce in this as well?
Yeah. They said the sequel's never as good as the original.
They were right the first time.
But someone clearly didn't get the message of the Fast and Furious because they made 9 more.
I literally can't believe they made fucking 10 of those. Like, the story was covered in the first one, right?
Yeah, you've seen one, you've seen them all.
Cars going fast.
But they make bulk money off it, so I reckon that's why they just keep dragging it out. So this one didn't even actually have a conclusion. This was like one that there was like a big climax, but the bad guy got away, and you don't know if... Without spoiling.
So they're setting up for 11.
And they reckon, So 11 apparently is the last one.
Finally. I've been
For
waiting 10
now.
years for that.
Yeah. So it's got me thinking about things that have dragged on for way too long.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
The Fast and Furious franchise, that's number one.
I'll give that 10 ticks.
You tick that one off?
Yeah, fucking oath.
Number two, Home and Away.
Home and Away. Oh.
It's a controversial one because I know you love your Home and Away.
Yeah. Guilty pleasure of mine, Home and Away.
But
Shout out Alf.
there is only so many fires, crashes, kidnappings that Australia can take seriously, isn't
Have
there?
you been watching it recently?
Or isn't Rue dying?
Oh, yeah, there was an explosion.
Yeah, of course there was.
One of the chicks started a triangle scheme with some healthcare joint and they fucking bombed her.
Oh, there's always a bomb.
Yeah.
Like at
There is always a
the
bomb.
gym or the bar. What was the bar called?
We're talking... Oh, Salt.
Salt.
We're talking
Yeah,
Salt. Yeah, we're
Salt.
talking Salt. Shout out, Mac.
But it's got me thinking, why would you want to live in Summer Bay? There's like a 40% chance you die.
No one else knows where you are.
No.
Nothing else goes on.
You're either going to be stalked by a creep at the caravan park, involved at a bomb in the hospital,
Yeah.
or worse, Alf Stewart. What's he?
He's still floating around, man.
I
He's still
know.
doing his thing.
I think they should carry it on just for him.
Yeah, more Alf, less everybody else.
But once he cucks it, I think they should come on.
I don't think they have a choice, eh?
Could you imagine a Home and Away without Alf?
Look, whether I could or not isn't the question. If I want to is the question. And I don't want to say
I think if he dies, that should be the last funeral, the last Home and Away funeral,
think
because they've had about 230.
Yeah, literally. Plenty of weddings too. A lot of them.
Plenty of weddings. Who was your favourite death or wedding at the Home and Away?
death and or wedding. They actually both happened at the same thing. Yeah, look, I'm not sure.
Yeah, I'm sure. they all died. All right, next. Queen.
Queen. The Queen?
No, she died. That
Yeah.
dragged on way too long as well. But the band.
Oh, yeah. Look.
So it's been 32 years since Freddie Mercury died, right?
Yep.
And I thought, wrap it up. Good band. They had a few good songs
Yeah,
at the
they had
time.
fun.
If we were in the 80s, we'd have loved it. We would have gone to a few Queen
Fuck
concerts.
yeah.
But they still get around and they still tour with their new lead singer. Do you know who the new lead singer is?
Oh, what's his name? Is it Adam?
They still tour with Adam fucking Lambert.
Yeah, that's it. I was going to say Levine. He's a Maroon 5 guy.
Oh, that'd
isn't
be
he?
even worse.
Adam Lambert.
That'd be on
Yeah,
par.
I know. So they're still.
So they still tour with Adam Lambert, and he was a horrible solo artist, and I can't imagine why he'd be any better as a frontman for one of the best bands of all time.
How did they rope him
Cross
into
paths.
that? Yeah, was there?
Do you remember Adam
Was there
Lambert
an
back in the
audition
day?
or something?
What are those shit songs? If I had you, fuck me, man.
Yeah,
His career
not
went
fond.
his career went way too long as it was.
Yeah, before pre-Queen.
But someone, I can't remember who it was. Someone literally told me because they played at Adelaide Oval, I reckon it was last year.
Yeah.
Someone told me Queen with Adam Lambert was one of the best things they've ever fucking went to.
Better than Freddie.
Well, they mustn't have seen it with Freddie. They mustn't have gone to Wembley Live Aid.
Well, they can't.
Someone
speak.
said Queen with Adam Lambert is one of the best shows they've ever been to.
Wow.
And I said,
What did you say, Todd?
fuck you.
I'm having trouble picturing it, eh? Like, I mean, I've never been to a. Adam,
It's like the peak case of like, oh, Mum, can we have Freddie Mercury? No, we have Freddie Mercury at
Adam
home.
Lambert will do.
The Freddie Mercury at home, and it's Adam Lambert.
We've got Freddie Mercury at home. Oh, that's good gear.
A couple of other ones, a couple of sport ones.
Righto, what else we got?
David Warner.
Oh, give it up, mate. Give it
so
up.
this one hurts.
How many ducks do you need to have to fucking
So this
take
one,
the hint?
this one hurts a bit because he used to hit bombs.
Oh, he did.
I used to love I remember his debut was a 2020, and that was just his he was a 2020 man.
He was
just bombs. But
Transitioned slowly over to a test.
yeah, and then
Test
one of the
batsman.
great transitions of sport history. But this was like 15 years ago.
Yeah,
It's 2023.
It was actually so long ago, eh?
So the last 2 years, he's averaging 20 in Test cricket,
Yep.
and people were calling
Sounds
for
about
his
right.
head a while ago. And earlier this month, he announced his retirement.
I heard this
But
actually.
so they had the World Test Championship last week.
Yep.
So he announced his retirement, not at the end of the World Test Championship, Not at the end of the Ashes, it is this month, but the end of the Pakistan series, it is in 8 months' time.
How's the audacity on
He's
him,
trying
mate?
to give himself the John Farnham farewell tour. Fuck off.
Johnny Farnham.
Oh, hang on. There's another thing that's fucking dragged on
Yeah,
way
whack
too
that
long.
on that.
John Farnham.
He's not bad, eh? Like, I'll just give myself 10 or 15 tests to see how I'm going, and then we'll see if we'll.
He
if
batted
we'll call
last night and he
quits.
got out for fuck all.
Yep, good.
It's just make way.
Travis
There's
Head-
kids.
Travis Head,
He's
though.
36 years
How's
old. Oh,
he
we love
fucking-
him.
how's he
We love
travelling?
Eddie around here. Another northern boy. Another one. Another sport one. GWS and Gold Coast Suns.
Take him.
These two teams that no one asked for.
Nah.
They were
Or wanted.
They were created in a focus group in AFL House. Bleed
Yeah.
millions of dollars a year. Get propped up by the AFL. 5,000 fans go to watch these games
For the year.
for the year total.
For the year.
GWS get bigger crowds in Canberra than they do in Western Sydney, their own fucking town. No one north of North Melbourne cares about footy.
Nah, fuck.
Just fucking.
Yeah, they've really gone, and now they're pushing the Tasmania real hard. Like,
yeah.
maybe,
Well, at least they're a footy. At least they're a footy state.
yeah, but just start there.
Yeah. I think they just wanted to get into like NRL territory, and then they just
Yeah.
realized.
I mean, I see what they're trying to do, but like maybe just if you're trying something out, do it somewhere where you think it might work.
how bad is it when you turn the TV on Sunday Arvo, the graveyard shift,
Graveyard.
GWS playing Freo?
Oh, you don't
Turn
want to
it
see
off.
that. Gold Coast, North Melbourne, I'm off. Like,
They close the top tier at the Giant Stadium off because they don't have enough people. So
they're doing the Port Tarps fucking special. Gold
Does my
Coast are on
fucking
right
head in.
now, actually, and they're going
Are they?
absolutely, yeah.
are they winning?
No. Well, Levi Casbolt's winning. But
Yeah, he kicked a goal. We're at the pub,
Right.
and he kicked a goal. And we thought they were going to turn it on,
Yeah.
and now they're losing by 10
they
goals.
turned it right off.
They're telling us why they should not be in the fucking league.
You must have heard us talking.
How funny was that dude at the pub that was building the skill tester? What was that about?
It was only full of chocolate as well. Like, no stuffed toys or nothing. Like, just chockies. And he was
was
full,
so-
like, shaking it. I seen him, like, a couple minutes later. I went up to get us a beer. And he walks up behind me with a handful of chocolates, throws it at the bartender and goes, oh, things you got to do to get good service around here. I'm like, what the fuck? Who is this dude?
The Anglevale Tavern.
Shout out, Tav.
And then one more. Got back on the movies. Superhero movies.
Oh, hate him.
You're not a big superhero
No.
movie? Not a Marvel, DC type of man?
If I were to choose, I'd pick Marvel, but I'd...
But it's just all the
Choose
same.
neither
It's
of
just
them.
bad man wants to destroy the world. Good man in a cape.
saves it.
Good man in a cape saves the
Yeah.
day. Fuck me. Yeah. Cut and paste times 100.
Literally. I mean, don't get me wrong. First couple of Spider-Mans,
Oh, back in the day.
oh, but they just really ran with it way too hard.
But like then the Avengers came along. There was all these other mans.
Yeah.
There's an Ant-Man.
I reckon
What the fuck's that
Avengers is
about?
when I started
And now they've
not
got like
buying it.
another like 10 phases of like movies to come. And apparently they've got 100 years worth of movies that they're going to roll out.
Really?
Shit like this.
Multiverses on multiverses.
Oh my
like, mate,
God.
just leave it.
What could these next movies possibly tell us that we don't already know? What's going to happen in them?
I don't know. I think they've all been covered. Big monster, big scary, muscly man
Yeah.
gets angry.
Yeah.
Nimble, sexy man fixes the problem.
Good looking man. Going to
great
save the
looking. Great looking. We're talking Ryan Reynolds. You know what I mean?
day. He's all right.
Yeah.
He can save my world any day.
Oh,
Yes, it's playing. You can see it moving over here. Over here.
yeah, right. Fair enough.
We did this one a few weeks ago
Mm-hmm.
when you came in. I gave you a few questions. You obviously know the game. I asked someone a question. You can't answer it. You have to find someone in your phone book that knows it. Ring them up.
Yep.
Hopefully they know it. They never really do.
No.
You got 0 out of 3 last time.
Yep.
No fault of your own.
they were up there.
We can blame it on everyone else.
Yeah,
but
100%.
before we do the reverse leg today.
Yep. That's it. Reverse there. We're going to flip the script.
So hopefully if I can just get 1, then I can beat you.
Yeah, looking at my list here, I reckon you've got a sniff here.
All
Todd.
right. So you brought a few questions in today, have you?
Yeah, I've done a bit of homework. First time I've ever done any homework.
We never used to do homework back in the day, did we?
Fuck nah. Fuck nah.
Shout out, Mr. Archer.
Shout out Ali D. All right, get straight into it.
Yeah. What do you
All
got?
right, question number one, Todd. A bit of a political question
Ooh, politics.
for all you political people at home. So Todd,
Yes.
how many Australian prime ministers have died while in office?
Whoa.
Who you thinking? Walk us through this. Do you know anyone?
I got a few mates who reckon they're half a sniff at politics.
Mm-hmm.
I reckon I'm going to give... He's been on before, I reckon.
Mm.
Jake Boswell, I reckon I'm going to give him a call.
What smart man, Jake. I've got some faith in that. Oh, Boz.
G'day, mate. What's going on?
How are you, brother?
Good, mate. Good.
You're
What
on.
can I help with?
You're on the podcast today.
On the pod. Beautiful.
I've been thrown a politics question,
Okay.
and I thought you're the man.
Let's see what I can do.
What's the question, Jazzy?
So hey, Boz, it's Jared here, mate. How you going?
Welcome back, mate.
Yeah, it's
Or
been
different Jazzy.
a minute.
Jared Day.
Yeah.
It's nice to have a Jared back on the podcast.
It is, isn't it?
I
It
thought
is,
the
isn't
same thing, right? I thought the same thing. So what we're working with, Boswell, can you hear me all right?
Yeah, it's a little bit quiet, but I got you.
All right. So we want to know how many Australian prime ministers have died while in office?
Died while in office.
Yeah.
Well,
Yes.
It's got to just be Harold Holt, doesn't it?
Ooh, that's the
Gotta
question.
Go with one.
Is
Gotta
that
go with one.
you're gonna lock in one?
There's probably a random one in there, so it might be two, but we'll say one.
So you're gonna say one or two?
Let's say one.
All right. How do we go?
Sorry, Boswell.
No good.
We're looking at three.
Three.
We're looking at
Three?
three.
We
Yeah.
got a bad track record there, don't we?
Who did we have, Todd?
Let's have a look. John Curtin, Harold Holt, and Joseph someone.
Yeah, I think that's exactly what it was.
I didn't even know we had a Joseph as a prime
Well,
minister.
it sums it up, doesn't it? No one
Let me.
remembers
Yeah.
Yeah.
People only-
I was shocked by that answer as well.
People only remember you if you die if you're a rapper, not a PM.
it. That's it.
If we take something away from this,
Nobody thinks Harold Holt's alive in Cuba.
You either get a saying
or do
named
they?
after you, or you go unremembered.
Exactly.
all right, thanks for nothing.
On your
See ya,
balls.
mate.
My bad.
All right.
So,
I thought he might have helped me out there.
I actually half backed Boswell in to know one of those obscure ones. He's done.
All right, what else you
done
got for
dirty.
me? Question number 2.
All right, we've got another one. This is I guess you would loosely say it's another political question,
Is it?
but it isn't not. Let's put it that way. All right,
All
we'll
right.
just get straight into it. Don't need to explain it, do it. All right, so this would surprise a few people, I think.
Would it?
What's an unlikely job that Pope Francis used to work as? Now, we're talking current sitting Pope Francis.
Francis, eh?
Yeah.
Hmm.
What do you think? You
don't
got any
know. I don't
personal?
know.
You got any personal angles towards this, Todd? What are you
See, I-
thinking? What else does a Pope do?
Just thinking about a pope and like 'cause he's like religious and priest working in a church, something to do with kids, maybe. I don't know. Like
Yeah,
working-
like daycare,
Daycare.
supervisor or something. Correct.
No, I'm not the one answering.
I'm
I'm not the
joking,
one
I'm
answering.
joking, I'm
I'm not the
joking.
one asking the questions. All right.
Who's on the radar?
I'm just having a look through people that I think might be a bit religious, or maybe people that aren't religious that would just hate me calling them for a religious question.
Why the fuck is Todd ringing me about the Pope?
All right, I got a mate. He was on the pod a few weeks ago.
Yep.
Sammy J
Sammy J. Righto.
hates the church.
Hates a church. Perfect.
Hello. How are you?
I can't hear shit.
Oh shit! Can I steal you for 30 seconds?
Absolutely.
All right, you're on the pod.
Excellent.
I know
Bring it.
it's your soccer day. I know you're coaching Div 20 Cs, but I got a question for you. So phone book millionaire. All right. What was, because I know you're a religious man. There's a religious question. I thought I'd give you a call.
Oh, okay.
The current pope. What's his name?
Pope Francis.
Pope Francis. What was his job before he was the pope?
Before he was the Pope,
Yeah.
Was he a archbishop?
No, nothing religious. I'll let you.
Nothing religious.
Nothing religious. Have a
It
stab.
might not have been exactly before.
I've got an answer. It starts with the letter P. I don't really want to say it.
Yeah, we already covered that. We already covered that.
I can't help you. I'm sorry.
Random job.
Shoe salesman.
Oh, not far
What
off.
was that? A what salesman?
I don't know,
What
but
was he?
it was a bouncer at a nightclub.
Kidding.
Don't let your kids there.
Kidding.
Yeah, which is kind of ironic because they don't let people under the age of 18 in nightclubs. So.
That's why he was sacked, I
It's
think.
gone there. I love that. All right.
I'll leave it to it. Cheers, mate.
Yeah, rumor has it he was letting too many underages inside, so they had to give him the flick.
Yeah.
That's just rumor, though.
That's just allegedly.
That's conjecture, some
Yeah,
may even say.
I'm on track to your score at the moment.
All right, that's good.
That's not all for you.
Well, I hate to say, Todd, I think it's a bit of an interesting question.
Yes.
Yeah, it would take something special, I think, to hook onto this.
All right. What do you got for me?
Get straight into it. So, how much pubic hair is removed monthly from the River Thames?
Oh, okay.
Now,
In London, there, River Thames.
River Thames, yeah. Yeah, look.
Okay, interesting.
I mean, not your standard run of the mill trivia question. We're not talking tipping point. We're not talking
No,
chase.
I'm not talking
here.
the Chase.
We're
But I
talking
reckon the
phone book.
Chase would know it.
Oh.
The Chaser, the big guy, the beast.
The shark, yeah, the beast.
Oh, maybe. No, the shark never knows anything.
No, I mean, I'm a big Easter man myself.
All right, so I'm gonna give a call to a pubic hair specialist,
Nice.
Josh Colvin.
Oh, now we're talking. Now we're talking. He'd be good for it.
Yeah, I think so.
G'day, Todd.
How are you?
Good, mate. How are you?
I'm just glad someone answered.
Very good.
Phone book millionaire, you know how it works. You've been on here before. How much pubic hair gets pulled out of the River Thames monthly?
Monthly, yeah.
What sort of measurement are you looking for?
Metric.
Weight. Well, now you've been to England, so I thought you might be the perfect person. And I did say that you are the pubic hair specialist, so you better come clutch for me.
Yeah, I dumped a bag in the Thames.
Yes.
40, I don't know, 40 kilos.
40 kilos a month? No, you're way off. It's a ton.
Whole ton.
I was going to say a ton.
Oh,
mate.
was it? Hang on, wait, Jared. What's the answer? I don't know.
Yeah, it's a ton.
It's a ton.
Is the ton metric?
A ton's a ton, or it could be a ton.
A ton a month.
I don't know. It's not 40 kilos, I'll tell you that.
That's a lot of pubes.
Yeah,
That is a
that-
lot
we
of
shouldn't have
pubes.
put so much in there. All right, thanks, mate.
Should have shaved him.
See ya.
All right. I guess I wasn't happy with that.
All right, I need a piss break.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, what do you want to talk about now, Jazzy?
Well, it's funny you ask. I've actually gone and like I said before, done a bit of homework and
Brought in a segment for me. What do you want to talk about?
yeah, I've got a bit of a segment going. I think we're gonna go. I'm leaning to sportsmen not staying in their lane, and we're talking. So we're pretty well talking sportsmen doing
Non-sportsman things.
Non-sports.
Just things outside of their domain. Just
not in their realm.
just
but-
things that make you say, stick to your fucking gimmick.
Yeah, literally, like you're doing this. Just leave
Just
that
do that. Yeah.
to someone else. Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
who have you got for me? Who's doing this sort of stuff?
So I've got a few. I've got a
Okay.
few on me, Todd.
All right, all right.
One pretty highly publicised, but you can't give a nod to this effort. We're talking David Boone.
David Boone.
talking-
He was the great cricketer from the 80s.
Yeah.
Or back in the day.
Short fella, moustache, a little
Yeah,
bit on
you-
the tubs.
Yeah, a little bit. You didn't have to be much of an athlete to play cricket back in the day, did you?
Nah,
You probably
just-
still don't now, do
Just
you?
have a swing and see how you go.
What was he doing outside of cricket?
So, on a flight from Australia to England, I don't know if it was during
I think it was an Ashes.
for an Ashes series. I feel like it must have had to have been.
Yeah.
But David Boone, on a 22-hour flight, drank 52 cans of VB in
Now,
a sitting.
if he doesn't get free VB for life, surely no one does.
No one does. They're not even VB themselves.
Could you imagine that? Do you reckon it was on the way to the Ashes or the way home? Because
Well,
imagine
what are
like
we-
you're
what are we working with
imagine
here?
you're preparing for like the first test. Oh yeah, everyone's got to be Fit,
go,
fire, and
boys.
go.
Yeah.
Oh, what's David doing back there? Oh, he's on his 52nd can of VB.
Yeah, I haven't seen David since he knocked his 35th back. I'm not sure where he's at. Notable mention, he overtook Rod Marsh. There was one more person that was tied at 44. So he hasn't just beaten him
So
by
these
a bit.
cricketers only play cricket so they can go try and set records. The drinking beer record on fucking Qatar Airways on the direct flight to London.
Well, I'm under the firm belief so, and I feel like maybe that's why Warner's given so long before his retirement because he's trying to eye off that number one spot.
And he's just been falling miserably short every time.
Yeah, rumor has
because he's 4'6", he can't handle it.
Rumor has it he got to 6 and fucking chucked a whitey. But yeah,
So do you reckon this record in the cricket team will ever be beaten?
I feel like it has to be, but I don't think it will.
But the type of people that play professional cricket now, they're just
Yeah,
the elite athletes. They're not exactly the round sort of
Nah.
type, are
straight
they?
shooters, like, you know, I can't see Khawaja whacking back 55 VBs on a flight. Like,
They can't even celebrate with champagne around him. I don't think he's going to scale 55 VBs.
yeah, no, I don't think. I mean, I'd love to say Travie Head.
He's probably the
Going
only one that
forward.
could fly the flag, couldn't he?
Yeah, he's from SA.
He's from the north. He
Yeah.
could fly but he wouldn't be doing VBs. He'd be doing West Ends.
Yeah,
wouldn't
be
he?
doing West Ends, I think. But yeah, so 52
Not
in a
bad.
single
Not
flight.
bad. Who else we got?
There was I feel like it was 2006. Don't quote me.
I
But-
won't quote you.
So the king of spin, Shane Warne. Rest in peace.
Rest
to
in
the
peace.
king.
Rest in peace.
Rest in peace to the king. Died doing what he loved. So Warney was paid. He loved a dart. Everyone knows.
Yeah, he did love a
fucking
dart.
loved
Dart and a froth.
Yeah, you see that
Spit-
famous when he's up in waiting a bat, comes
Yeah,
out of there
yeah.
having a durry.
Speaking of round cricketers, he loved a
Oh yeah,
frothy and a dart. Yeah.
he-
What did he
he
do?
embodied it. So he signed a deal with like what would you call it? Like Nicorette, like the patches.
The patch. Nicorette.
You can beat the cigarette. That's exactly the one.
No, he didn't. Surely not.
So he was paid $200,000 to quit smoking. That's not even counting what he got paid from Nicorette.
Yeah. So who was this by the Cricket Australia?
Yeah,
to give it up?
Cricket Australia, because it's not a good
Because
look, mate.
they were worried he was going to drop dead
Yeah.
suddenly. And,
Yeah.
maybe you should give it
They were
up.
worried, but they were a bit early. But yeah. So Warney was paid $200,000 to quit smoking and relapsed like 4 or 5 days before his contract was up, and he was smoking darts anyway.
Do you reckon he had to pay it back?
I don't reckon.
Nah.
You try and get it back.
Yeah. Oh, Warney, can I just grab that 200 grand that we gave you a few months ago?
Yeah, oh no!
What 200 grand?
I bought darts with it. I actually read there was this story about them. They were going on this camp, and they were like in the rooms with the coaches and that, and they were told they had to strip down to their jocks, and that they were going to tell them what they can take, right? And they could pack 3 pairs of socks, 3 pairs of undies,
Yeah.
and like a couple of t-shirts
Yeah.
each. And he wasn't having it because he wanted to take his darts. So he had a big spit at him, and whoever the coach was at the time ended up, meeting him in the middle, had a bit of a compromise. And he said, if you want to take smokes, you've got to remove 1 item of clothing per packet of smokes you bring. So and they were out in the middle in the fucking desert camping on this camp. So he said, righto, I'm getting rid of my 3 pairs of jocks, my 3 pairs of socks, and he took 6 packets of sickies with him. If that's not king, if that's not the king,
If that's not the king of spin, I don't know what it is.
Oh, mate.
What an Aussie legend.
he's more of a king than the king is. I have
think
to
so.
say that.
I think he's the king.
Rest in peace, Lizzie.
Rest in peace. No, rest in peace, Shane. Fuck Lizzie. All right, who else we got?
So we've got a few. Yeah, we have a few going here. This one, a quick one. It might be a bit niche. People that follow the UFC, everyone knows John Jones. He's back on a return.
Even if you don't follow UFC, I think he's a big name. You might have heard of
Well,
him.
you'd hope so. I would have thought. No, John Jones.
What was he doing?
So we're going back to 2011. He's about to fight for the light heavyweight belt, right?
Yes.
And how they do it in the UFC, you do your ceremonies or whatever. You have a weigh-in, and that's the day before the fight.
Yep.
So Big Johnny Bones Jones, shout out to Bones.
if you're listening.
He would be listening. So he's weighed in the day before the fight, had his big, done his flex and all that shit on the scales.
Go up to each other with the fists and the whole
Big
thing.
face off and all that. And he's gone. He's left there, and he's with his coaches and that. I can't remember where in America this was.
Some shithole.
It was some shithole. It was some fucking shithole. And they'd seen some crackhead, he says, smash with his bare hand through some old lady's window, snatch her Navman out. So
Navman.
This is 2011. We're talking.
Yeah, when
So
people are using Navman.
Tom's Navman's like,
Yeah.
a bit of money in that, that. Took the old lady's fucking Navman, took off, was gone.
He just bolted.
Him and his coaches took after him. John Jones ran up and tackled him to the ground, holding the ball.
Holding the ball.
Like he had prior
opportunity.
Yeah, and provided. Oh, how would you? He did a citizen's arrest. He had his like on the ground, arm behind his back, holding him till the coppers got there, and fucking.
What says a better preparation for a fight than a 500-meter sprint,
Right.
pinning someone holding the ball
Right.
and putting his face into the concrete and going, fuck you, give the ladies Navman back.
Give the ladies fucking Navman back the day before he went and
So
won the title.
did he get a medal for this? He should have been fucking...
He got a belt.
Oh, yeah. Well, yeah. So he obviously won the next day.
He won, but yeah, he won the hearts too.
He won the hearts of all grannies.
Of all old grannies
worldwide.
everywhere. Yeah, so I thought
Shout out to Bones.
I thought that was quite interesting. I mean, it is stay in your lane, but like,
But well done
that's
for going
fucking-
out. Sometimes it's well done for going outside your lane.
it's like it would have been rude for him to stay in his lane at that
Yeah.
point. Like,
But
he
but
had to
sometimes-
he had to indicate and merge.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
Yeah, that's true. Who else we got? Who else is doing what?
All right, so we've got. So we're moving to the golfing world.
Yeah, we got some golf fans that listen to the show.
Shout out golf.
Not for
Shout
us,
out.
but shout it out.
Yeah, look, you won't catch me playing it.
We used to go down the par 3 at Gawler, remember?
See, par 3 is good. 11 holes.
Yeah.
Nothing too massive. You can get away with it.
You know they sold it now and a church owns it, the Gawler one?
Really?
I think you can go down for like a gold coin donation or something, but it's not kept up to standards.
Oh, so if you go there and mow the lawns yourself,
yeah, you got to take a mower and a fucking
and your
set of
golf clubs, yeah. That's too long
That's
a day.
too much.
Like,
I'd rather just pay the
where
$50.
do you think the beer's in, Todd?
I don't know.
It's a whole
Can't get a mower on the fucking the thing you drive around. What's it called? A golf cart.
caddy. Yeah.
So what golfer are we talking
We're
about
talking
today?
John Daly. So
John
those of you
Daly.
who know who John Daly is, he wears some exotic looking slacks.
He's a big boy as well.
He's a
isn't he?
big boy, loves a feed, loves a bit of, loves his bloke shit.
Yeah, just
honestly.
real shouldn't be an elite sportsman type operator.
Shouldn't be, but
Is.
is fucking elite. So this is a story from 2022, so just last year, and he played his best round of golf ever.
Oh.
Not sure.
Ever.
Well,
No,
depends who
depends.
you ask.
Yeah.
Like, I mean, I'm not quite sure what his score was in terms of
It's 45
birdies
over.
and eagles, but I've got some figures for you.
All right.
This
How'd he
data.
go? How'd he go?
He smoked 21 cigarettes, ate 6 packets of peanut M&Ms,
Yes.
and 12 cans of Diet Coke. Now, before we get too deep,
Whoa. Oh, yeah.
straight after his first round
Yes.
of his tournament, I'm pretty sure they're 5 or something that you go on.
Something like that.
He was straight in the pokey room, slapping the fucking pokes.
I think I've seen a video of him having a slap on the pokes as
Yeah,
well.
yeah.
He does love it. So these stats, was this on the golf course? Like during a round?
Yeah, from tee off to
And how many
Fuck
how many
off.
cigarettes? 21 cigarettes.
21 darts, 6 packets of M&Ms, and 12 Diet Cokes.
Well, at least he's looking after his weight, going for the Diet Cokes.
Yeah, well, that's it. Like, he's got a bit of a Donald. Him and Donald must.
They
be,
would have a few rounds.
Yeah,
together,
they'd be
wouldn't
having
they?
a couple of Diet Cokes.
I
together.
don't mind the diet drinks. I'm probably doing a liter of Pepsi Max at the moment a day.
Yeah. Does that count? You count Max as a.
Yeah, that's like a
You don't not
diet.
count it, do
It's
you?
like it's a no sugar.
No sugar,
No
yeah.
sugar.
See, I
Coke
find-
Zero.
I always thought they were all dog shit, but nowadays, like even
they're not
like
too
the
bad.
mothers and like the energy,
Yeah, they got no
sugar-free
sugar
ones,
things.
like
I go back to. I'll have like a full strength Coke now, and I'm like, oh,
can't have it. Not happening.
it's a bit bubbly.
Get a bit excited about it.
Jesus, I'll be up all night with a red cordial.
All right.
Who
moving
else?
on.
Who else we got?
This is a quick one. Recent times. We're talking about the Gold Coast Suns again.
Oh, yes.
They're getting way too much airtime for.
yeah,
for my life.
I'll make sure we won't do it
on
next
this.
week.
Yeah, cut that out. But Matt Rao, you would have seen in recent
We've
times.
spoken about this guy on this show before.
So for you people that don't know what
He's a
this
big
guy's
he's a
about.
big nerd.
big nerd,
That
big
tucks his Guernsey into his
Yes.
shorts and plays footy.
he plays footy, and of late he's been pre-game out on the
Yes.
field like, after warm up and all your carry on.
Yes.
He's been cited on
Yes.
multiple occasions with handfuls of the turf from the hallowed MCG or wherever he's playing.
Doesn't matter where.
Nah.
He was doing it in Darwin last week.
And he gives himself a mouthful and starts like a fucking cow, like just sitting there, like he's not even looking concerned about it. He puts a bit in his mouth and he's like.
So, and so this was caught on camera last fucking game, and it's exactly how you say it. He was absolutely munging on it.
So they got the opportunity. They had to ask, like, Matty, what's with the fucking eating of the grass, Matty?
What's going on?
What's the story?
There was an interview before. I'll pull it up now, and this guy, I don't know, man.
Mother, Louise said you were grass-fed. That is on the basis that we've captured some footage of you over the journey, starting to eat some grass before. And just one more time for those that have just sort of got hold of this, you'll eat a piece of grass and tell us what it does for you and why it's become habitual.
I just started doing it at the start of this year in the practice match and then leading into the normal games.
So
just
serious.
kind of feeling my surroundings, so I'll close my eyes a bit, listen, taste some grass, feel it. I don't know, it's just kind of a ritual I've been doing just to get my head in the zone a bit. So
it makes you feel grounded.
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, definitely. Just one with the ground, and yeah, it makes you feel good.
And you're just hoping, I guess, that it's all organic pesticides.
So you just know, Matt, that you're going to die in 3 years? Yeah. I just like feeling one with the ground.
Yeah, just feel one with
Now, we flagged on this show months ago. The old host, Jazzy Horrocks, we used to bring this up all the time, that this guy, there's something not right with him. And now he's been caught out eating grass.
Full of pesticides.
And now Hamish McLaughlin's just saying, there's like pesticides.
Yeah, you know you shouldn't do that.
And he goes, oh yeah, nom 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 nom.
Do we have a verdict on, has he been, since that interview, has he been doing that still? Is he still eating
I think he just does it. It's his ritual. And how's like when he gets asked, I just like
trying to be all exotic and like, mate, you eat grass.
You're not that guy.
To feel grounded,
Why don't you just feel the ground?
Why don't you just do anything but that?
Oh my god, man!
So that's Matty Rao. So shout out Matty Rao, but you are a fucking big strange cat. I hope you're listening.
We got a few more.
I've got one more.
We got one more. Perfect.
It isn't a sports. Oh well, it is.
Sick. Yes.
He's an entertainer. Put it that way, I suppose.
Yes.
We're talking big men here.
Yes.
Like, think of a big man. Like,
Aaron Sandilands.
Yeah, bigger. Right.
Whoa.
That's what I was going to say. Aaron Sandilands, fucking, big boy. We're talking Andre the Giant. We're talking 7'4".
Yes.
Andre the Giant.
How many pounds?
We're talking 520 pound Andre the Giant. Do you know how many kilos that is?
I don't know. You're going to have to tell me.
We're talking 245 kilos, 7 foot big, 4 Andre the Giant.
That is so big.
So this is the story.
Yes.
In one sitting, there's a couple of sub.
So this would put Boone to shame, wouldn't it?
Oh, this would make Boone drink at the kids' table. I think this is what we're talking.
What has he done?
He's drank in one sitting, and mind you, this is a 6-hour sitting.
Yes. This is not on a plane. This is just in a bar.
No, not on a plane. No.
According to, was it Ric Flair?
Ric Flair, Nature Boy. Woo!
Whoa!
Andre the Giant is reported to have drank 119 beers in one 6-hour setting.
You hear that, Port fans?
Now,
119.
That's a KD beer drinking rate of 20 beers an hour.
Yeah, just under.
Yeah.
No,
19.99996.
Could you? And I saw that photo you pulled up before. He was at the bar. He's a big boy. And did you see the size of the glass in comparison to him?
They look like an imperial, look like a shot glass.
Look like a shot glass. So imagine us just doing 20 shots of beer.
An hour. For 6 hours.
Yeah. So maybe it's not that impressive.
No, I mean, like.
But if we did it, we'd die.
If we did it, we'd be dead. But like, I really feel for the bartender. She must have had.
She was in that photo as well, and she looked very tiny as well compared to him.
She looked tiny.
I really hope
she had a nice.
I really
she had a
hope
grin on
didn't-
her face. She looked pretty happy with herself.
I
but-
really hope she didn't try and have a crack.
Yeah, I hope not. I hope she was just.
She might not be walking for a few months.
She would be in some serious trouble. I hope she just took a cut of the winnings and not
A cut of him.
not a slice of the big man himself.
Also, shout out to sportsmen doing things outside sport.
Yeah, they do other stuff, man.
They do other stuff. Oh, of course they do.
This is about awareness.
Most of them suck outside of sport, so at least they do something outside
Yeah,
of
but
sport.
every now and then one of them does something cool.
Sometimes.
Sometimes.
You want to say anything else while you're here, mate?
Oh, I've got plenty to say, mate. But no, I've
No.
got fuck all to say as well. So
All right, let's get the fuck out of here.
righto, fuck
All
off.
right. Thanks for listening.
Cheers.
See you at some stage. Bye.